Hello everyone. Today in class 12 session, I am going to discuss about crossbreeding programs. In that, I am going to discuss artificial insemination. Artificial insemination is a method of a crossbreeding in which the semen from the superior male animal is collected and injected in the reproductive tract of the selected female parents. Sometimes the semen are collected and frozen for later use. It is desirable to inseminate many females in their heat period at a time, and we can get the healthier species without any contagious diseases progeny. Sometimes the exotic breed requires particular environment and climate for mating. So artificial insemination is useful technique in animal breeding program. Another technique is multiple ovulation embryo transfer technology, MOET. In this program, the milk-giving animals or high milk-yielding varieties are utilized by administering the follicle-stimulating hormone to the genetic mother. And this hormone, they induces the follicular maturation due to super ovulation. In general, a cow produced single ova, but in this technique, 6 to 8 eggs are produced by a normal genetic mother. Then either the genetic mother is mated or artificial inseminated, and then a blastocyst of 32 cell stage is removed surgically and transferred to 6 to 7 different surrogate mothers. In this way, many new progeny can be obtained at a time. Let us discuss plant breeding. Plant breeding technique in which a better variety of plant species are obtained which can give better yield. A plant can be disease resistant. These plants can tolerate environmental stress like extreme calamity, temperature, drought conditions. These plants, they are resistant to pathogens. They are resistant to pests, as well as they are having high yielding capacity and a improved quality of plant. Now, in the plant breeding program, what are the steps are employed to get new genetic variety of a crop? First is collection of variability, that is germplasm collection. Better varieties of genes are selected, preserved, and they are utilized for hybridization. Second step is evaluation and selection of parents. After the evaluation of germplasm, the desirable combinations of plant, male plant, female plant is obtained, and they are multiplied and hybridized either by self-pollination or cross-pollination, and a pure line is created. Next is cross-hybridization among the selected parents. Superior parents are taken, cross-hybridization is done, that is by artificial hybridization, and a better variety is obtained. Fourth is selection and testing of superior recombinants. The selected hybrid progeny is called hybrid vigor or heterosis. They are self-pollinated for many generations, and they are segregated for the new generation or for the future progeny, the desirable characters. Last is testing, release, and commercialization of new cultivars. In this, the newly selected hybrid pure lines are selected, that is the disease resistance, high yielding capacity, and their performance is recorded under ideal fertilizer applications, irrigations, and other crop management. And then, after evaluation, the hybrid line is tested in the agricultural field. In this way, the crop which is grown at different locations of the country with different climatic conditions and their growing seasons. The tested material or the seeds or the plant, they are evaluated, compared, and in this way, they are given, the seeds are given for marketing as well as they are released, the varieties are released in the country. Next is Green Revolution. Green Revolution motto is to produce more and more food to fulfill the population of the country. For example, the wheat and rice. Between 1960 to 2000, the production of wheat increased from 11 million tons to 75 million tons, whereas the production of rice increased from 35 million tons to more than 89 million tons. And the increase in production was due to the introduction of the semi-dwarf varieties of these wheat and rice. The semi-dwarf variety was developed by Norman E. Borlaug at International Center for Wheat and Maize Improvement in Mexico. And these semi-varieties of rice were developed from IR8, which was developed at International Rice Institute, Philippines, and Taichung Native 1, developed in Taiwan. High-yielding varieties of wheat, Sonalika Kalyan Sona, was introduced in India in 1963. Then semi-dwarf varieties of rice come in India in 1966. Then later on, the India developed the rice variety like Jaya and Ratna, and Garden P variety is P1542. Sugarcane varieties Sarkram Barberi and Sarkram officerum, they both were crossed to obtain a new variety of sugarcane with desirable qualities. Like Sarkram Barberi, It is grown in North India but have poor sugar content. But the sugar Sarcoram officinarum, they did not grow in North India, but their stem are thicker with high sugar content. So the new variety of sugarcane, after cross hybridization, they contain the qualities like high yielding capacity, the stems are thick with high sugar content, as well as they have the ability to grow in North India. So in this way, the sugarcane variety was made or developed. Millets. In hybrid breeding program, many high yielding varieties are developed. In the varieties like hybrid maize, jowar, bajra, it is also has been developed in a hybrid manner. So thank you for this session.